I drank celery juice for 60 days straight and nothing changed with my skin. Every morning on an empty stomach. Here's why it didn't work, and here's exactly the 3-step process of what to do instead. Hi, I'm Garen, woman's functional health practitioner, helping you rebalance your gut, skin, energy, and cycle. It took me 6 years to get from the image on the left to the image on the right, and now I help women clear their skin for good. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things that you need to do if you actually want to get clear skin for good. But before we dive in, I've created a free 6-step blueprint webinar that walks you through how to rebalance your gut, your energy, your blood sugar to clear your skin for good. So to get the link for that, comment blueprint. I'll send you the link, or you'll find it in the video description. Now, first, we really need to understand why celery juice went super viral. So it's been one of those detox must-haves for a lot of women. And it's one of those things where women are like, it flushes me out right away. I feel pretty good. But for me, a woman who was already fueling herself with plenty of whole foods, healthy fats, vegetables, drinking celery juice didn't do a thing because my real barrier was stress-driven hormone imbalances. I had gut irritation for sure, but the bigger root cause was stress. And so, in other words, celery juice can feel good, but it doesn't tackle the cortisol and hormonal swings that are causing your breakouts in the first place. And we're actually going to dive into the cascade of what this looks like. So, what did I need instead? What did I do instead? 3 key things. Because, yeah, celery juice can be soothing for your gut and hydrating, but we need to talk about your circadian rhythm and your cortisol. I'm going to make this graph bigger here. Here's why this matters. I need you to understand that when you wake up in the morning, your cortisol levels will naturally peak 30 minutes after you wake up. This is your built-in wake-up call. This is giving you energy. So if you skip food here, your system, your body literally interprets the stress as a lack of safety. Very different from a man who can thrive by skipping breakfast. Our bodies as women are more sensitive. So instead of waiting, I feed my body within this window. So half an hour, I'm definitely getting in some protein, at least 15 grams of protein inside my body. I'm not going to train fasted. I'm not going to go on a walk and then come back to my breakfast. I'm not going to add further stress on my body as it's literally detoxing through my skin. And so this is as simple as incorporating PFF rule into your life, girl. And that is the protein, fat, fiber rule. This is your body saying, okay, let's calm down that inflammation. You're good. Fewer breakouts. That's literally what this means. Because as soon as your body wakes up in the morning, it is literally searching. When am I going to get food? When am I going to get food? And I'm going to show you this cascade because, okay, so you're stressed out. How does that have an impact on your body? Well, if your body's not getting food, it's actually going to increase your blood sugar levels. In response to your blood sugar going up, your cortisol is also going to increase. So when cortisol is secreted in your body, your blood sugar also increases. Over time, this is going to lead to a lot of insulin spikes. And if you're having issues with your body composition, how you're feeling, your skin, all of that, we need to look at your hormones, cortisol, your hormones, insulin. Over time, this is going to lead to insulin resistance. Let's say you have PCOS. That is a condition rooted in insulin resistance. This is inflammation in your body, which is leading to the acne. Now you have the acne, so you're more stressed out. You see it in the mirror. You're like, oh my God, my skin. It's going to cause this cascade to keep on going. And so how do we balance that blood sugar? With the PFF rule, the protein, fat, and fiber at our meal times. That is the incredible part about this whole situation, is it's really that simple. And so that's why I want you to think of protein. It's not just for bodybuilders, it's the foundational building block for every single tissue inside of your body. Amino acids from protein, they're going to feed your bone, connective tissue, helping maintain density, repair tears in your body, helping you stay strong, reducing anxiety, feeding your neurotransmitters. They're supporting lean muscle mass. So that's going to boost your resting metabolism, shape your body composition. We hear that a lot, body composition, women wanting to get lean. And on top of that, protein has this powerful effect on your blood sugar. It's slowing down the digestion of carbs, triggering the right amount of insulin release, shuttling nutrients into your cells without creating those huge glucose spikes. So that means protein rich meals are going to keep you fuller longer, stabilize your energy. You're not just going to be snacking and hangry all the time. It's going to prevent higher levels of inflammation. It's actually going to reduce inflammation, um, and the impact on cortisol, which would further aggravate your skin. And so, beyond all of this, fun fact, protein is also highly thermogenic. So that means your body burns more calories simply digesting and metabolizing it. Um, Supporting that leaner physique that we're often going for, helping to regulate your mood. So when you're constantly fueling with protein, you're going to avoid like energy swings from just carb only snacks. Your body's going to feel safe. When your bodies feel safe, that acne is going to calm down. And so now, this was like my point number 2 was all about protein. Point number 1 was all about your cortisol awakening response in the morning, not training fasted, getting food into your system so that you see bigger results. And my point number 3 is going to be to actually give you some actionable snack ideas so that when you're in the kitchen or you're midday, you know what to reach for and you're confident that this is going to support your skin. So, a little bit of a caveat before I share the meal ideas. If your body is currently sensitive to certain foods, so you notice if you eat dairy, you get bloated. If you eat gluten, you're getting bloated. Avoid them. Give your body some rest. We don't want to add to the inflammation that it's already experiencing. Once you heal your gut, more of these foods can be tolerable, but depending on where you live in the world, it's just a fact. The gluten in Europe is so much more different than what we get here in Canada or the States. And I live in Canada and I actually get flour from a local mill because that the quality of that is a lot different than what you see in a supermarket, and it's also more tolerable. And honestly, my aunt recently started getting it as well, and she was like, honestly, I've noticed the biggest difference in my bloating. So maybe I can make a whole new video on that. But I want to share with you some stress buffering snack and quick reset ideas because at the end of the day, your HPA axis in your brain, your hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal axis controls how your body is responding to stress. And if your meals are further stressing out your body, it's going to show up in your skin. And so high protein is going to nourish those adrenals, give your body the support it needs, support your thyroid, your metabolism, reduce inflammatory signals, keep you calmer, less jittery, um, overall. And so, example 1 is going to be full fat Greek yogurt with some berries on top. If you want some added protein, you could totally add in some collagen. I like Organica. The brand is Organika. It is the number 1 collagen brand in Canada. And you can also get it in the States. And this is going to be something that fuels your body and helps you to feel freaking good. Now, what is the next one? Okay, full fat cottage cheese again, because our hormones need fat. So at least aiming for 50 grams of fat in our day, in our meals. Uh, you know, that's a general recommendation depending on your body. But adding in that cottage cheese with lots of hydrational, nutrient dense snacks, which I'm talking about are vegetables. So cucumbers, bell pepper, there's dill here on this cutting board. You can get creative. What you like to enjoy, incorporate that. And then if you really wanted to, you could add ground flaxseed to the cottage cheese. Might be interesting. You might want to save the flaxseed for something like an oatmeal instead. And then now a lot of cheeses aren't very tolerable, but the cool thing about Parmesan is that, it is unpasteurized. And so it's a raw cheese and that can be more supportive to your digestion. I love Parmesan. 30 grams of it is it's quite a handful and it's about 10 grams of protein for I think 110-ish calories. And when we're talking about Parmesan particularly, you don't need, to just 30 grams specifically. You can do 15 grams. Adjust it to your needs. Have it with a fruit on the side so that you're pairing that carb source, the apple, that's got lots of nutrients, fiber, it's already going to digest slowly, with some protein to nourish your body and help you to hit your protein goals. So, speaking about protein goals, how much protein do you need? Now, within that first 60 to 90 minutes of waking, 30 grams. You want to aim for 30 grams. This is going to set your body up. When you increase protein earlier on in the day, this is going to, if you struggle with food noise, this is going to reduce it throughout your day. You're not going to be snacking. You really want your breakfast to be bigger than you think, because this is going to cause you not to feel satiated and full until lunchtime. And that's what you ultimately want. You're probably a busy woman who is doesn't have time to constantly be thinking about food, especially in the morning. So set yourself up with something hearty and hit your protein target there. In general, zero point 0.7 to zero point 0.8 grams per pound of body weight, or ideal body weight, is considered a pretty good target. A lot of people will talk about 1 pound per pound of ideal body weight. Start with 0.7 to zero point 0.8 as a minimum. See how that feels, especially if you haven't been eating a lot of protein or mindful of your protein intake for a long time. It's going to be hard to make such a drastic jump. So you don't want to overdo it as well. You want your body to be able to digest it well so that you get all the great benefits, because I can't talk about protein enough. It is literally life-changing for your mood, for your hormones, for your body composition, for clarity in your day, your skin. Game changer. If you have any questions, let me know below. Like this video so more women can find it. And as always, I'm sending you so much love wherever you are. Remember the 6-step blueprint. Comment down webinar for the link for that, or find it in the video description. Have a beautiful rest of your day.